Welcome back to another review NHL with Coach Frenchy. Don't go nowhere. Welcome back to another edition of the Hockey Nation Live Show. This is your coach Frenchy, directly from the booth. Tonight, we are going to go through the previewing game NHL Monday, February 22nd, 2021. We have 8 games on the program. Many games at 7 o'clock, of course, and then one at 8, two at 9, and finally one late at 10:30. That brings me to be sure be awake until at least 1:30, 2 o'clock tonight to bring you after the night all the post game of each game. So we have a busy schedule. We're going to give you also a couple of breaking news around the league today, plus two big news in NHL happening again today. So it's going to be a full program right now. So let's start right away with a 4 game we have in the program tonight. The Buffalo Sabres are in New York calendars. Buffalo are 5-7-2. They are 8 on the East Division. New York Islanders are 8-6-3, fifth in the division. The series is right now 2-0 for New York Islanders. And the Buffalo have a not confirmed is Allmark, and Varlamov is going to be the starter as the goaltender. The power play is very good for the Buffalo with 32.6. So, of course, Victor Arlovson is doing a great job for them. For the Islanders, listen, they just lost the last 2 games, and I think that the team have to get a little bit better. Their goal, again, is maybe the best thing they have so far. They are number 4 in the league. We know with under Barry Trotz, always his team has already been a great on the goal again. And Valama have a great season so far. Let's move on. The second game of the night at 7 o'clock. The Tampa Bay Lightning, they are losing 2 games back to back. That's really rare. The Tampa lose 2 games like this way. They are tonight again the Carolina Hurricanes. The series is now 2-0. Saturday, Tampa Bay beat last 4-0 against the Hurricanes. So we expect tonight Vasilevsky back in front of the net, and Rimmer is going to be between the pipes. Listen, everything great in Tampa Bay whatsoever. They are dropped at the last 2 games. They are number 4 in the Central Division, but Chicago is in front of them, and they have many games, so I'm not worried about them. They're going to be, of course, in the top 2 at the end of the year. The goals for great, and their goal again is pretty good. Number 4 and number 5 in the league. Everything looking good in Carolina. They are number 2 in the league with goals for at 3.69. But that's maybe one of the best teams in NHL. They are my power ranking this week, number 5 with 6, and they are. I just love the way they play. If you have a 1 game to watch tonight, watch this game. Maybe one of the most important game because they're going to affect their honestly their standing and also where they're going to be after the game. Number 3rd game at 7 o'clock tonight. The Calgary Flame are in Toronto. Right now, Toronto lead 2-0 in this series of 8 games. Toronto are a record of 14-3-2. They are number 1 in the North Division. Calgary struggle a lot at 8-9-1. They are number 7. Both goaltender are confirmed. Markstrom, Anderson. When we talk about Toronto, we talk about one player, maybe the best player in the NHL so far this year, beside McDavid. We talk about Austin Matthews, the first star of the week in NHL, 12 points and 4 games. The guy is on fire. They are number 1 on power play, 37.5, and they are number 1 on goals for 3.79. And the flip side, Calgary is the one of the most inconsistent team since the beginning. I've been honest with you, is one of the disappointments so far on my side. Finally, at 8 o'clock, we have the game number 4, the Los Angeles Kings, looking great. They won the last 3 games. Last week, they are now 7-6-3. They are on the number 4 in the West Division versus the St. Louis 10-6-2. They are number 1, but they have many games over Colorado and Vegas. The series between both, they are 1-1. St. Louis lost the last game against San Jose. And finally, we expect Quick and Bennington in front of the net. Nothing much to talk about them, other than the fact, Los Angeles have a great power play and also a good PK. And we know um, Downey have a great year so far for the Kings, to be honest with you. He is really one of maybe his best year since like 17, 18. So with Dawson Brown and Kapitar, that team could be surprised. And who knows what is going to happen in the next couple of games. But very interesting to see the Kings right now. The next three game at 9 o'clock is this is the third time this week. Vegas play against the Colorado. Colorado won the last two games against Vegas. That's a mistake. That's not the first time. Colorado is 2-1 in that series. Vegas lost the last two games against Colorado. They are 10-4-1. Colorado are 8-5-3, and they won the last two games. So it does a mistake the first time there. Fleury expect to be back between the pipes versus Gruber. Colorado have maybe they have the best PK and also the goal again in NHL. And for Vegas, they are the same similar stat because they are number 3 on PK and number 2 on the goal again. And honestly, making have a great night at the Lake Tahoe after midnight. He has 3 points during that game, and Colorado beat Vegas. So that's the game after the 7 o'clock Tampa Bay versus Carolina. I'm going to watch for sure tonight. The second game at 9 o'clock tonight p.m. It's Anaheim Ducks versus the Arizona Coyotes. This series is 1-1. Ducks have a really bad week last week. Lost the last 3 games. They are 6-9-3. Now they are the last position in the West Division. Coyotes have only 1-1-1 last week. They are not number 1, but now number 5 in the West Division, and they lost the last game. We expect Gibson and Kornberg between the pipe tonight. Not much to say. Other fact, Ducks struggle a lot, and they are the worst goal for at 1.83, number 31 in NHL. Finally, the last game of the night, it's at 10:30, not 10 o'clock. The series is 1-1 so far. Minnesota Wild, they are now 8-6-0. They are won the last 2 games, and for the San Jose, they are 7-7-2. They are number 7 in the West Division. They won the last game against the St. Louis Blues. Kakonet is confirmed, and also John is confirmed as a goaltender. The PK for Minnesota is pretty good, number 4. And honestly, they struggle on power play with 7.7 only. They are 29 in the season. And goal again, San Jose struggle a lot at 3.56. They are number 32. Finally, like I do usually with Montreal Canadiens, I'm doing almost a preview a little bit more deeper. And tonight, the Florida O's, the Dallas Stars, they are coming back after 1 week's off, and so now they are like Dallas did not play. So, but that series, it's not 4-1. This is the first time they play each other. I apologize. Sometimes I create some template and I forgot to delete that. So I apologize again. That's my mistake. I have to be careful. Coach Frenchy, wake up, buddy. So this is the first time of the year Dallas is 5-3-4. They are number 6 in the Central Division. They lost the last 5 games. Well, he said Coach FD. 5 Ds for French. I apologize. For Florida, a good week last week, 3-1-0. They lost the last game against the Detroit Red Wings. They are 11-3-2. Confirm Drager is going to be the starter, and Dallas could have been is going to be the starter. Another mistake for me there. The special team power play PK is very solid for the PP is very solid for the Dallas at 33.3. Same thing for the Florida at 30.4. And honestly, the goals for the Florida is solid with 3.44, and they are 5th in the league at a goal again at 2.67. For the Dallas, number 9, that's pretty good. If you go a little bit stat from them, honestly, the most goal is Orvis for the Florida with 8. Pavelski have 9, and also most of the point Huberto have 22 for the Florida, 17 for Dallas is Pavelski, and TOI Eggblend is 24.55. And Isa Lindell at 23.59. That surprised me more time compared to Klenberg and Eskinen. Finally, the most wins so far as a goaltender. We have Drager at 6 and Kudobin at 3. So going to be face each other tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. And we have a couple of breaking news. This is a big one here. Panarin is taking a leave of absence from the New York Rangers and aftermath of the political hit piece against him from Russia, alleging that he beat up a 18 years old girl in Russia. I think it's a 2011. I'm not sure. This was reported by one ex-NHL player, Andrei Nazarov. We don't know exactly, this situation. Panarin is a little bit worried about his family in Russia. So it's something we have to follow up. But that's a really blow for the New York Rangers after a great week last week with 2-0-1. And, he is the superstar for that team. So really bad news for the New York Rangers for sure for this week without Panarin. The next breaking news is coming from the Buffalo Sabres. This is a bad one. Is an injury. Jake McCabe is going to miss at least approximately 6 to 8 months with an ACL and MLC minutes as a result of plays on the team again, New Jersey last weekend. So another bad news for the Buffalo Sabres. Already done doing well over there. So they are coming back for the COVID-19. They are last week 1-3, honestly. So another bad news for the Sabres. Then the next news is coming from the NHL. Here are the 3-star of the weeks. Of course, Austin Matthews, the Toronto Maple Leafs, have 12 points and 4 games last week, 7 goals, 5 assists. Every time you have a player is the first star of the week, we always recognize the frontline people. This week is Elisa Simpson, one of them working at the hospital. And then for the second star of the week, Connor McDavid and 4 games at 3 goals, 6 assists for 9 points. And finally, the third star of the week, David Pastrnak, 4 goals and 2 games as like a hat trick yesterday at Lake Tahoe against the Philadelphia Flyers. But before we leave, we want to invite you, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also Facebook under Hockey Nation Live Show. And also you can follow me on the Twitter under Coach Frenchy 10X. If you want to hear all the breaking news, all the news, everything about the NHL, Twitter, Facebook, you get it. I bring 2, 3, 4 videos per day on the YouTube channel. Today, Monday, it's all about the power ranking. I have a new number 1 power ranking this week. I'm not going to tell you because you need to figure out. So you have to go on YouTube channel. Don't forget to click on the likes here if you like the video. Don't forget to leave comments under my video here today. But before we leave, like I do every single time with the music as a background right here, we want to remind you, you hockey fans of Hockey Nation Live Show. Yes, you have greatness inside of you. Have an amazing, great night of hockey. Monday night, February 22nd, and NHL with 8 games. I look forward to see you after for the post game with Coach Frenchy. Have an amazing, great evening.